Does an 11.75% interest rate beat a 14.375% interest rate? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? It's Jamel Gibbs, your family-oriented entrepreneur. Welcome to another video. So I was just talking to one of my coaching clients who has a deal on the plate, and the lender that he's dealing with provided two different options for him to be able to choose from in order to move forward with the deal. Now, his loan amount is $130,000. So I want you guys to keep this number in mind because we're gonna refer to this number as we go through the numbers to see which offer is actually gonna be a better offer for him moving forward on this particular deal if he chooses one of these options. Now, one of the interest rates provided by the lender was 11.75%. The other was 14.375%. Now, most people are going to look at the interest rate and say, wait a minute, the 11.75% is a better deal. But I want to challenge you to hold on for just a second and also challenge you to look at the numbers before you make a drastic decision that could actually cost you money. Here's the real offer that was presented to him. So the package that came with the 11.75% also came with 4.25% that needed to be brought to the table up front. The package that came with the 14.375% had a 2-point down payment attached to it. So again, just to recap that, 11.75% interest amortized over the course of a year, but you got to come to the table with 4.25% down. And then the other package was 14.375% amortized over the course of the year, but you got to come to the table with 2 points down. Now, a lot of people don't even pay attention to the points. They look directly at the interest rate and they'll say, well, I'm going to go with the 11.75% interest because it's a lower interest rate. It makes more sense. Well, I'm going to challenge you to look at the math with me today and let's decide which offer makes more sense from a financial standpoint as a real estate investor. So if you're following along with me today, what I want you to do is just take out a sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle. And in the first column, I want you to write 11.75% interest. And then in the second column, I want you to write 14.375% interest. And underneath each interest rate, in each column, I want you to write $130,000. Now let's start with the math. In the first column, we're gonna figure out what the monthly payment is gonna be, and then we're gonna see how much we're actually paying over the course of the year. Then we're gonna follow up and do the same thing in the second column. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna subtract one from the other to see what the difference is and see if we're saving any money. So before we get into the interest, let's first figure out the points that you have to come to the table with. And for those of you who don't know, points are a percentage of the loan. So for example, if you're borrowing $100,000 and you gotta put down 3 points, you're gonna come to the table with $3,000 as part of the down payment that you have to put down for the lender. If it's 6 points, then you're going to come to the table with 6%, $6,000 off of the $100,000 that you have to come to the table for the lender. Keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and get into these numbers. So in the first column, let's figure out what 4.25% of the loan amount is. Now remember, the loan amount is $130,000. So all you have to do is multiply $130,000 by 4.25%. That number should equal $5,525. Now, if we want to break that down into what it's going to cost per month over the course of a year, all you got to do is divide that number by 12 and you should come up with $460.42. So that's how much money you would be paying every single month if you were to pay your points over the course of a year. But really, you got to come up with that $5,525 up front. That's what it's going to cost you. In the second column, let's figure out the points on what it's going to cost for you to come to the table with 2 points of $130,000. And using basic math, you're just going to take 13 times 2 is 26. So easily, without even using a calculator, you can figure out that you're going to come to the table with $2,600. 2% of $130,000 is $2,600. Okay, now if you divide that number by 12, then you're looking at $216.66, or if you round up, 67 cents per month, $216.67. If you look at the math from a points perspective, then you're going to see that at 4.25%, you're really coming out of your pocket with a lot more money, almost $3,000 if I work my numbers here. So 5525 minus 2600, you're looking at $2,925. That's the difference of the amount that you have to put down if you were to go with the 4.25% at 11.75% interest. So you're going to come to the table with more money, but you're going to have a lower interest rate versus $2,600 out of pocket, but you got a 14.375% interest. So again, the question is, what is the better deal? Again, most people look at interest and they're not looking at the full picture of the deal. And that's why they tell you real estate is all about numbers. You got to be smart with the numbers. You can't just look at them and say, this is the better deal. Let's actually work the numbers, which is what we're doing right now. Now, going back to the first column, let's now figure out the interest rate part of it. So if you take 130,000 and you multiply that number by 11.75 and then divide that number by 12, that means your monthly payment with the interest at 11.75% is going to be $1,272.92. That looks good, right? Again, even though you're going to come to the table with the $5,525 out of pocket right off the bat, we want to look at the full spectrum of the deal and make our decision based on that. So we're acting like that $5,525 can be paid over the course of a year. But if you add the $1,272.92 to the $460.42, you'll see that the monthly payment on that would be $1,733.33 per month. Now, obviously, if we remove the fact that we got to come to the table with $5,525, that number is going to drop to $1,272.92. But for all things being clean with numbers in this particular video, we're at $1,733.33 for the month. Now, let's do the same thing in the next column. If we take 130,000 and we multiply that by 14.375 divided by 12, we're at $1,557.29. Okay, $1,557.29. Now, if we add that number to the 216.66 per month, we're at $1,773.95 per month. With the higher interest rate, we're really only $40, $41. If we want to use exact numbers, $40.62 per month higher, but we come out of pocket with more money. So which one makes more sense? If you take the $40.62 and you multiply that by 12, that's going to give you the full picture of what you should do on this particular deal. Because at $40.62 multiplied by 12, you're at $487.44 that you're going to get back at the end of the year. That's what you're saving. But you'll be out of pocket for $2,925 more. You'll have a lower interest rate, but you're coming out of pocket with almost $3,000 more and only getting back 500 of that over the course of a year. So looking at these two options here, the better deal would be what? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think the better deal is. I'm going to give you guys a second. The better deal on this is the option with the higher interest rate, because you're going to save yourself $3,000, well, $2,500 over the course of a year, and you're only paying $40 more per month. Make sense? So in this case, when you look at the numbers, don't just look at interest rate. Look at the full spectrum of the deal and make a decision based on that. Because in this case, 11.75% would not be as great of a deal as 14.375%. My client would actually be losing $2,500 if he went with the 11.75% option. All right. So this is why it's so important as real estate investors to understand your numbers, right? Look, I wasn't a mathematician in school. I figured all this stuff out just being in business. I became a mathematician as I continued to grow my business. This is stuff that I picked up in the school of hard knocks by making a bunch of mistakes. But I'm here to save you from making the mistakes and helping you to see that you got to look at the numbers. You got to look at the overall picture of what's being presented to you, and then you make your choice from there. Now, if you want real estate coaching, I can walk you through deals like this all the time. We look at each deal as it comes in, and we make the decision on how we want to move forward on a deal. For example, one deal might present itself to be a great wholesale deal. The next one might be a good fix and flip. The one after that might be a good creative finance deal. But we look at the numbers, just like I shared with you today, and we make our decisions based on actual facts. Numbers don't lie. People do. All right. So with that being said, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you understood the math. Let me know if you understood exactly how I presented this. Again, why is 11.75% worse than 14.375%? You got to look at the overall picture. One has a higher down payment than the other, and I would never get my money back as I just presented to you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a comment in the comment section. Again, this was a full breakdown of an actual deal that one of my clients is looking to move forward on, and he's going to do well on it. But this is an actual deal with actual real numbers that I wanted to present to you today, and I hope that you benefited from it. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.